My name is Kira Schober. My student ID is 3473586, and this is my restraint video for Intro to Veterinary Technology for the spring semester of 2020. So today I'm going to be demonstrating how to properly position a canine patient into lateral recumbency for a lateral saphenous venipuncture. So lateral means pertaining to the side or away from the midline, and recumbency means laying down. So putting that together, it means laying down on their side. So in order to get my patient into lateral recumbency, I'm going to have my patient in standing restraint. So my right arm is going to go under his flank, and my left arm is going to go over the top of his neck to have control of his head. I'm going to then take my right arm and go over his body and have a hold on the neck, that way he can't turn around and bite me. And then I'm going to take my left arm, go to the front leg that's closest to me, my right arm to the leg that's closest to me in the back, and then I'm going to slowly roll the patient down my body. Good boy. So now the patient is in lateral recumbency. For the lateral saphenous venipuncture, I'm going to go to the outside of the leg, and the saphenous vein is located in the hind leg, so that's where I'm going to focus. So the lateral leg that's closest to me is this one. So put his tail under his leg. So the lateral saphenous vein runs from the distal portion of the stifle to the proximal part of the hock, and it runs this way. So in order for the venipuncture, I'm going to occlude the vein. By occluding the vein, I'm going to restrict the blood flow that allows the venipuncture to happen quicker. It also helps to stabilize the vein a little bit. So in order to properly occlude the vein, I'm going to take my fingers and push behind the knee and put my thumb above the knee, like this, putting pressure on both sides. This stretches the leg out a little bit, so it also stretches the vein, and it helps for that saphenous vein to pop up a little bit. Whoever's doing the venipuncture will go ahead and draw, and then once the drawing has occurred, I will place my finger over that site to allow the vessel to clot, that way a hematoma hasn't formed. And then once I'm sure that a hematoma hasn't formed, I'm going to release the pressure, release my hold, and slowly help the patient get back up. So today I'm going to be demonstrating on a canine patient how to properly restrain them in sternal recumbency for a cephalic venipuncture. So sternal means pertaining to the sternum or the chest, and recumbency means laying down. So putting that together, it means laying down on the chest. So in order to get the patient into sternal recumbency, we're going to have the patient sit by applying a little bit of pressure, and then we're going to get a good firm hold on the neck, and then slowly slide the patient's front legs forward. Good boy. Into sternal recumbency. And now, in order to get the cephalic vein, we're going to go to the front legs, and we're going to push behind the elbow and extend that front leg out. And the cephalic vein runs on the anterior portion of the forearm. So we're going to look at the top of the forearm, and it goes from the elbow down to the paw, and then we're going to occlude the vein for the venipuncture. Occluding means to restrict the blood flow, so it allows the venipuncture to happen quickly. So in order to do that, I'm going to take my thumb while still applying a small amount of pressure behind the elbow. I'm going to take my thumb and go over the top of the forearm and gently roll, and this will roll the vein in order to stabilize it, also occluding it. And then once the venipuncture occurs, I'm going to place my finger over the site where the needle was, allow for the blood to clot so a hematoma doesn't form. And then once I am sure that a hematoma hasn't formed and the blood is clotted, I'm going to release my hold on the arm, and I'm going to slowly help my patient get back up to sitting. So today I'm going to demonstrate how to position a feline patient into lateral recumbency for a medial saphenous venipuncture. Lateral means pertaining to the side or away from the midline, and recumbency means laying down. So putting that together, it means laying down on their side. The saphenous vein is located on the rear legs of the patient, and medial means towards the midline, so it's going to be the inside of the leg. So in order to position the feline patient into lateral recumbency, I'm going to grab a good amount of scruff on the back of the neck and slowly flip the patient over onto their side. And now the patient is in lateral recumbency. And now my assistant will grab the leg. So since we're doing the medial saphenous vein, we're going to go to the inside of the back leg. And I'm going to occlude the vein, which means restricting the blood flow to the saphenous vein by pressing down on the limb, and the blood will pool so that the venipuncture can happen faster. And then the medial saphenous vein runs from mid-stifle to the hock. And then once the venipuncture has occurred, I'm going to place my fingers over the site where the needle was to allow the vessel to clot and prevent a hematoma from forming. And then once I am sure that it's not going to happen, I'm going to release my hold while still maintaining a grip on the patient and allow them to come back into like a sternal recumbency position. So today I'm going to demonstrate how to properly put a feline patient into sternal recumbency for a cephalic venipuncture. So sternal means pertaining to the chest or the sternum, and recumbency means laying down. So putting that together, it means laying down on their chest. And then the cephalic vein is located in the front legs on the anterior portion of the leg. So in order to get the feline patient into sternal recumbency, you want to place your hand around their neck so you have control of their head, and then you'll take your other hand and slowly and gently lay the patient down so they are on their sternum. While maintaining control of the head, you take the front, one of the front legs, and you'll position your fingers behind the elbow, stretch the leg out so that you can occlude the vein. So by occluding the vein, I'm going to restrict the blood flow to that vessel, which helps stabilize the vein and allow for a quicker blood draw. So by occluding the vein, I'm going to take my thumb, while putting pressure behind the elbow, take my thumb and roll it over the top portion of the forearm, and then the cephalic vein goes all the way down the leg towards the paw. And then after the venipuncture has occurred, you will place pressure over where the needle is. That way it can allow the vessel to clot so there's not a hematoma that forms. And then you will slowly allow your patient to come up while maintaining control.